So you were in Risdon Maximum Security.
No, I went into medium.
Medium.
Yeah. And then I was there for about 4 months.
Yeah.
And so there was an escape when I was in jail, and because this guy escaped, they brought in all these new laws where they had to rearrange the prison. So all the old murderers that were up minimum, they've been there for like 15, 20 years. They're well behaved. They're working in the prison.
Well behaved murderers.
Yeah.
Murderers with manners.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's one thing a lot of people in jail have manners.
Yeah.
You know, you walk around the street amongst normal law-abiding citizens and they're all rude cunts.
Yeah.
And you're like, well...
You know, if I was surrounded by a bunch of people who had killed 6 women, I'd be very polite. You know, I'd be like, "Oh,
it's true.
How are you going, Jack the Ripper? Are you well? Wonderful." I'd be very nice.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, you got it, don't you? But so I was in medium for a while. When they brought the laws in, they tried to move me, and they didn't really go about it in a polite manner, and so I refused to follow their orders. And they did the whole a lot of guys were saying they're not going to put you on max just for refusing. You know, you usually got to do something pretty bad to get sent down there. But they decided to use me as an example to show to the rest of the prison you do what you're told. And I spent a night in a place called Franklin, which is like, it's the worst of the worst, you know. And then I ended up in Supermax for a month.
Right.
Yeah. And then...
So what's the difference between medium, max, and then Supermax? Is there Supermax above max?
Yeah. So, I mean, the part of the jail with Supermax compared to max, it's the exact same type of jail. The only difference is how often you're allowed out of your cell.
Yeah.
And in Supermax, you're only allowed out for an hour.
Wow.
Maybe, if you're lucky. I think in the month that we had 3 days that we got let out for an hour in the morning and then an hour in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But generally, it was only an hour in either the morning or the arvo. And I probably spent about a total of 2 weeks just locked down completely.
Wow.
We weren't allowed out of our cell.
And do you have a cellmate?
I did for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And, he was a bit hard to put up with. He was very racist.
Yeah.
Very sexist.
Yeah.
You know, so I just sat there and bit my tongue for a couple of weeks. And in these cells, you know, it's a bunk bed, a little kind of desk off the end of the bed, a shelf, a toilet and a shower. So you have to wake up to the sound of someone taking a shit every morning.
Oh, that's not good.
No, I've got this little air freshener. It's like an air wick freshener you can buy off the canteen, and I keep it up on my mattress.
Yeah.
And as soon as I wake up to the sound of his shit hitting a metal toilet, I just grab the air freshener and just sit there, put the pillow over my head, and just go to my happy place, just rocking back and forth.
Oh, no. Because I guess jail food wouldn't produce the most healthy poos.
Nah, it makes everyone fart.
Really?
Everyone's fart smells the same because they're all eating the same food. You know what I mean?
Who did that? Fuck, it could be anyone.
Yeah, the whole yard. And then you've got 200 people walking in circles just farting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just walking into the person in front of them's fart. Oh, that's disgusting. Cop this.
And then passing it on.
In your nose, out your ass.
It's pretty close to the human centipede.
You know, it could just be the same fart. There's only ever been one 200-year-old fart, and everyone's just inhaling and exhaling it through their ass. It's a cycle.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. That sounds about right. But coincidentally, I was in this double up with this guy for 2 weeks, and one of the screws came over and goes, "Oh, I like
the screw's a jail guard."
Yeah, it's a jail guard. And he came over and he goes, "I like your music, mate. Do you want a single cell?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah."
Great.
Can't complain. So I got up into a single cell for 2 weeks. And then...
But didn't you just go nuts not talking to anyone?
Yeah, so you still talk, like everyone sits at the bottom of their doors and just yells out and...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so... you still talk and it's very loud and echoey because you got like 20 people yelling out and you got someone from the cell down over here trying to talk to the cell upstairs over here and...
So it's like it's a giant group chat.
Yeah, it's very echoey.
Yeah.
But, so, you know, and then because in Supermax it also, like, they bring certain people in for protection.
Yeah.
And keep them in their cell because they only let out a few guys. Like, they don't let out everyone for the same hour.
Yeah.
They'll let out, like, 3 people that they know don't have any problems with each other for an hour, say, like, 8 o'clock until 9. Then they'll put them away and they'll let 3 other ones out for an hour, put them away. And then they'll let the ones in protection out so that
Yeah.
no one can bash each other.
Right. So it's like murderers 6 to 8, pedophiles 8 to 9.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and there was some pretty funny moments in there, man. Like this pedophile that's known as 6000 ended up getting brought into Supermax
Why is he called 6,000?
because he was caught with 6,000 pictures of kids on his computer. But I actually Googled him, and it's 34,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm just...
They're
It just
gonna-
doesn't have the ring that 6,000
Yeah,
had.
6,000 does sound better.
Yeah. And some guys named him that when he came into jail, and he just copped it. And so
6,000.
we're all in our cells, like, and you could
Yeah.
hear someone getting brought in, and you got like a little window about that big to look out of your cell door, and you can see,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden in comes the screws with 6,000,
Yeah.
and the whole unit's just going, 6,000, you kid fucking dog, like, and
Yeah.
terrorising him. As soon as he's walked in, he's like, and he tried to run away, like in cuffs, and the screws dragging him back in, put him in the cell, and then so for a week, everyone's just yelling out, kill yourself, you fucking maggot. Kill yourself, you
Oh,
fucking
no.
pedo dog. And then he's sitting there just kicking the door, like just going bang, bang, bang. And everyone's like, don't make it worse for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a loud week.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. And coincidentally, I know someone in Hobart whose brother used to play Dungeons and Dragons with 6,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I told everyone that. And
What, did he play a level 34 child molester?
Damn. But yeah, I told everyone that, and then they
Yeah.
terrorised him again, and then I found out apparently Tassie's so small, he used to catch up with a bunch of other sort of D&D nerds, and they'd go to a graveyard at night and role play being vampires.
That's fucking weird. That's how little there is to do in Tassie. It's like, it's either you dress up as a vampire at the cemetery or you fuck kids. It's the only two activities.
But yeah, and so I told everyone that, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, when fellas are getting out, they'd be at his cell door going, you think you're a fucking vampire, do you, you fucking dog? I'll bite your face off, like, just... Yeah.
Fuck. It's really like, it just sounds like high school bullying, but instead of nerds and jocks, it's like rapists or murderers.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own clique.
Pretty much.